Salutations and good morrow everyone, and welcome to my next walkthrough. I'm just putting this here for you guys to see that I have a spoiler at the end of the video, so make sure you guys watch all the way to the end for me to show you guys what is in here. Hint hint, it is a new kind of enemy that is coming in the game. So let's get to the tips. Now, there are a couple tips and tricks I wanted to give you guys when it comes to this game. I gave you guys 10 beginner tips. If you guys did not get those, there is going to be a link to that up in the cards right now. If you guys want to go ahead and click on that one, it'll give you guys 10 basic beginner tips when you just get started on how to get better at this game and essential tips that you're going to need in order not to die every day. Okay, but now I want to go over 5 more tips with a couple bonus tips mixed in there as well. So the first tip that I want to give you guys is building your base up. Okay, not meaning like build your base and, you know, get it big or whatever. No. Build your base up. So if you can, find somewhere where you can build up, like get on a leaf, get and start that for your base and use foundations to spread yourself out. Get yourself an area where you're not going to be getting attacked by everybody. Another great place to build, if you haven't already, is this area I'm currently working on right now, which is right underneath this picnic table. Now this picnic table is technically out of bounds, and the best thing about this picnic table being out of bounds is nothing is going to come to attack you. Okay, that is another tip. You could kind of build out of bounds instead of building up, but I've seen a lot of people build on top of rocks. I've seen a lot of people, like there's a really big rock out by the fumigator you can build on top of. I've seen people build on the side of the tree. I've seen people build up by the lanterns. Those are all fantastic places to build a base, because if you're on the ground, you're going to get attacked by ants, you're going to get attacked by spiders, and you're going to get attacked by larvae. So you're going to want to avoid that by building your base up. Now they may destroy the base foundation, but that's super easy to go back and repair, but they can't actually climb yet. The next thing, guys, I want to talk about is using arrows to your advantage before entering a battle. What I'm going to show you guys now is I have a bow set up here. I got myself some armor and a bow, so I'm just going to grab all these, grab my bow, and grab my different types of arrows, okay? So I'm just going to grab all 20 of the regular arrows, grab my 4 gas arrows, and we'll just grab 5 poison arrows. Okay, now the reason why I say use arrows to your advantage is because you can do some bonus damage on the way into actually fighting something. So say you have your poison arrows equipped, okay? So in order to equip your poison arrows, you open up your bow and you press L to swap your ammo in order to open up your venom arrows. Okay, you grab your venom arrows and now you have your venom poison arrows, whatever you want to call them. I call them poison arrows. And you can use these to shoot at harder mobs before taking them on. So orb weavers, wolf spiders, bombardier beetles, and stink bugs, okay? There's going to be more information on fighting in this video, but this is going to be 5 tips right now, okay? And the second one is use arrows to your advantage. Now, I'm going to show you guys when I go on to fight something how you should use moving to your advantage. That's tip number 3. Use moving to your advantage. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to equip up my gear, okay? Equipped up my my wonderful ladybug gear. This is a really good set of armor to use, and I'm going to show you guys. Ooh, I don't have my mint mallow. Let me go grab that. I'm going to show you guys what I mean by keep moving when you're fighting. You never want to fight something while standing still. That is a good way to get yourself killed. Okay, you gotta keep moving constantly. I got to run out of this area because technically I'm still in the out of bounds, so I'm going to run over there really quick. So let's get running here. Also, you do move slower when you're wearing armor. That's a little bonus tip. If you're wearing the heavy armor like the bug plate, you do move slower, so be careful there. Okay, now we're going to show you guys tip 2 and tip 3 at the same time when I find something to fight over here. It's probably going to be either an orb weaver or a bombardier beetle, I'm assuming, because they like to spawn over in this area. Okay, so now that I'm right over by where the orb weavers are, I think that this is a great place to show you guys what I'm talking about with both of my tips with using your bow to your advantage and also moving around while fighting. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my bow to my advantage when I'm fighting something, and then after that, and I'm just going to stand still and fight it when I'm done. And I'm going to show you guys the difference, because then after that, I'm going to move around while fighting and use my bow to show you guys the little bit of a difference that happens when you do that. So excuse me, little ants. I'm looking for something a little bit more dangerous. There we go. All right, let's take on this orb weaver here. So I'm going to shoot this orb weaver with these poison arrows. Okay. Move out of the way just to make sure you don't get hit with that. Now I'm just going to stand here after using my bow to my advantage, and I'm going to fight. Don't forget to block. Okay. And there you go, right? Now, granted, yes, I did do that, and yes, I did make it through without dying, but and I didn't take any damage. But there is an importance to moving, because when you're fighting things like the bombardier beetle, or you're fighting things like the wolf spider, you're gonna want to move. So here, this time I'll move while I'm fighting. Okay, so he's gonna run up to me, and I'm just gonna back up a little bit. I'm gonna make sure I'm moving around him. That way he can't use his jumping attack on me. See, now look at, I'm very easily taking care of an orb leader spider without him even being able to damage me. I didn't have to block that attack, all because I was moving. Moving is super, super, super important, okay? Make sure you're moving when fighting, okay? The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is traps, okay? Now, I do not currently have any on me because I tend not to carry them around with me unless I'm going out specifically hunting wolf spiders or bombardier beetles, but there are traps that can be used. There's lure traps in order to pull things to you for you to get them. Okay, we'll come up here and I'll show you guys. We'll come over here to traps. There is lure traps for the actual insects to come to you, to want to come to fight you. Okay, where you can get them to an area where you feel more safe. Like maybe you built an area that's got some walls around you, so you know you can take on 1 or 2 enemies at a time, instead of taking on anything that's out in the wilderness, right? Or if you're missing an enemy, like a ladybug or something like that, you could put these down and you have a higher chance of them to spawn and come to your lure trap. Because mobs in this game only spawn proximity based, meaning they will not spawn if you're not there. Which is why if you go into flying mode, which by the way, in my last video I talked about this, I went into flying mode. Control U will allow you to go into flying mode. You cannot do any building, crafting, or anything like that, but you won't clip through anything. But that's just a little spoiler right there for you guys. But lure trap, good one to use, okay, because they are proximity based, so will make more spawn. Another thing I want to talk to you guys, tripwire bomb. A tripwire bomb is easy to make. It takes 1 spider silk and 2 ant parts, which you can get tons of ant parts on the ant hill. If you guys are worried about that, wear your ant armor, because I talked about in my armor video that I already put out, that if you're wearing a full set of ant armor, the ants won't attack you unless you attack them first. So you can get to a point where there's only 1 or 2 ants and take them on and move away. Okay, so you build your tripwire bomb, you add 2 bombs to it, and then you pull the stink bug or the wolf spider or somebody through the tripwire bomb, and it will end up doing buku damage to them, allowing you to easily move in and wipe out your target. Okay, this is super helpful. I've done it before. This is how I normally take care of my wolf spiders, because wolf spiders still poison you and it still hurts a lot. Okay, so that is the 5 so far. We have build your base up using your bow. Oh no, that's 4 of them, I'm sorry. Using your bow, move while fighting, and using traps. Okay, the last one is using Burgle, okay? Burgle is super helpful. Burgle will give you 3 quests a day, okay? That's going to give you raw science points, these little purple points up here. You need those in order to upgrade your gear and to unlock new techs. And that is super, super, super important. If I come over to snacks here and I go to my fiber bandages, normally this is 3 fiber and 2 sap. Now because I've upgraded it, it is 1 plant fiber and 1 sap, which means I can make hundreds of these things. Or if I'm running, right, say I got attacked by something and I realized I'm out of health and I'm low on health potions or something like that, these fiber bandages, I can easily run through and pick up a sap and a fiber really fast, craft something up and get myself to safety before I end up dying. Because dying in this game, all it is a huge time sink, and you could just keep dying in a rotation because you keep running back into what killed you before, because they tend to guard your body for an entire day. Okay, so keep away from them. Canteen Plus allows you to put more water in there, so you have 3 drinks instead of 2. Then you have things like the Torch Plus, which will double the length of the light that it produces. So instead of, you know, it running out after, like, I think it's 6 in-game hours, it lasts 12 in-game hours. So you get all the way through the night without having to worry about crafting another torch. Then there's also new base building things like getting scaffolding and clay foundations, triangle scaffolds, the palisades, in order to build yourself a stronger, better base, which will help you move up. This is why I said using Burgle is a super important advanced tip for the game. After you use those 10 tips I gave you earlier, using Burgle is going to be a huge, huge thing. Now, guys, I want to add in a final tip that's not really a tip, because I can't really say everybody should do this, because sometimes it's not possible. But if you can, never play this game alone. 2 reasons. One, it's so much more fun when you're playing with somebody else. Okay, you have somebody that you're taking on the backyard with, you're able to fight with somebody, and you're able to build things up better. And second of all, fighting the harder mobs is easier when you have two people because you don't have to take all of the damage, right? You can wear your spider armor and take on wolf spiders as long as both of you are wearing spider armor and you're both going in and attacking. One person sits back with a bow, the other person gets up in its face and hits it with the mint mallet, and then you guys swap when somebody takes too much damage, right? Playing with somebody else is a super important thing. Now, as a bonus for all of you guys, as I said in the beginning of this video, in a little spoiler overlog, is that staying to the end of the video will allow me to show you guys a bonus, and I'm going to show you that right now, which is an enemy that is coming to the game that is not yet seen. So you guys hang in there for me. Okay guys, so here is my little bit of a forward look for you guys into what is coming in this game. Now, this is by far the cutest enemy in the game, which I thought would scare the heck out of me because of my phobia to them, but it does not, guys. And I'm very happy to show you guys the bee enemy. Okay, so here it is. Okay, this is what the bee enemy is going to end up looking like. It's got cute old beady eyes. It's got a tiny little body. It's got little wings that aren't proportionate to it. There's no way in the world that this thing should be able to fly, but this is it, guys. In order to see this enemy, you have to come into creative mode in order to put down the actual stuffed version of it, which is what you guys are seeing here from it hanging from my ceiling. But this enemy is coming in the next update, which is on August 27th. We are not that far away from it, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you guys did, please hit that like button. Let me know you guys want to see me bring on more things for you guys and show you guys more stuff, including weapon walkthroughs, battle walkthroughs, and how to take on each kind of bug in the game. And you guys make sure you check out all the other videos I've made already, because there's tons of stuff out there for you guys to see. And as always, guys, I will see all of you guys in the next one.